We welcome you to the Atlantis Showcase. And from Paradise Island here in the beautiful Bahamas. Tonight, the top-ranked team in America, #1 Kentucky, the Wildcats, will take on the Arizona State Sun Devils of Bobby Hurley, who certainly has a history with Kentucky. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Bahamas. Dave O'Brien and Dan Dockich with you. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight. Great to have you along to see the #1 team in the country, and Dan Dockich, a team, a freshman group, absolutely loaded, that has powered Kentucky to the #1 spot in the rankings.
And deservedly so. You're going to see the numbers of these freshmen, but I don't think it tells the whole story. This, according to John Calipari, is as smart a group as he has. You see the guy there second from the left, De'Aaron Fox. He is an absolute treat to watch. Has not shot the basketball well, but he does everything else. He's a one-man press. He gets the ball to the right people. He gets to the rim. Again, the numbers are great, but as Coach Calipari said, the intelligence, the dedication every day to come in and work hard has been off the charts by these guys.
Now, Bobby Hurley, the former Final Four MVP, now in his second year at the helm for Arizona State. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, they're brought to you by Atlantis, Paradise Island, Bahamas. And for ASU, it will be Troy Holder, Torian Graham, and Shannon Evans. They're all scoring between 16 and 18 a game. For Kentucky, one of the star freshmen, Malik Monk, has been a highlight reel onto himself, but Isaiah Briscoe is back after missing 2 games with a back injury.
Yeah, he had a back. He's missed the last 2. He's averaging 18 a game, hasn't shot the ball well, but is so effective getting in the lane. The shooter is Monk, and he's been sensational early in his freshman year.
Kentucky in the white, winning the opening tip, coming in at 6-0. Arizona State at 4-2. And here's Briscoe, his first touch on the wing. He had been out with a contusion in the lower back, but he's been practicing the last couple of days. They felt he could go after an MRI. Here's the swing for Monk, and a one-hander. He drops it in.
A little baseline action, smart. Briscoe used to call it triangle, running off of the baseline. It allows you to get the ball in the post, and Bam Adebayo just made a nice play out of it. He got the ball to Monk, and Monk does what he does, which is get the ball in the bucket. Terrific freshman.
Adebayo coming in, averaging 11 and 7 at 6'10". Should also be a premier defender, a shot blocker. On the spin, Evans. Now the swing up top for Cunliffe, who knocks in the three-pointer. They'll have to do a lot of that tonight.
And they're capable of it. You saw Cunliffe lift up and shoot. He's a freshman that isn't afraid. I mean, you look at his stroke, and it's no joke if he make 4 or 5 in a row.
Gabriel off the fake, down the lane. Nice move there, but could not finish. Got his own miss, and it's knocked out of play by the Sun Devils. John Calipari now in his 8th year at Kentucky. And with Kentucky's win last Wednesday, he moved past Joe B. Hall for the most wins at Rupp Arena.
You know, there's a lot of jealousy of Kentucky, and there's a lot of jealousy of Calipari. And they talk about, well, he's just a recruiter. He's anything but just a recruiter. He is a terrific basketball coach. He gets kids to play unselfishly like that. He figures out his team. He gets leverage on pros. He is as good a basketball coach as there is in the country. Don't even tell me that he's just a recruiter. That's garbage.
Gabriel, another one of those outstanding freshmen with a nice touch on the drive. Holder and denied. Stopped in the lane. Kentucky's so much bigger. Fox has lost it right into the hand of Oleka. Got it back, and here's Adebayo to lift and hit.
That's a freshman. That's a freshman that looks like a little bit shorter Dwight Howard.
Yes. You know, those comparisons are well-founded.
They are. He's got a great smile like Howard. He plays with his head up. Very good student. I mean, he's just what you want. Look at him. Look at him out there.
Cunliffe on the drive to the left hand. Not there for him. Oleka right back up strong for 2.
See, that time Gabriel didn't help his teammate. Oleka just beat Gabriel. Adebayo was working like crazy. Gabriel didn't block out, didn't help him out. Oh, boy.
Well, it's been said before, when Bam rolls to the rack like that, Adebayo with the stuff. Oh, my.
Oh, geez.
And a turnover. Arizona State a little bit sloppy. 17:41 to go here in the first half.
Well, Bam is called Bam because apparently when he was like no years old, he turned over a coffee table, and based on the Flintstones Bam Bam, this is what he does. I mean, you think about right there, a freshman playing in the game. There you go, inbounds layup.
Gabriel with the strike.
When you think about a big freshman playing in a game like this, you know, away from home, On an island, what does he do? First time he touches it, knocks in an 18-footer. Next time he touches it, he dunks. Pretty good combination.
Because he can.
Right.
Rebounded away by Gabriel's off a really nice start here in the opening moments. The kick for Fox was lightning quick, and that foul's going to go the other way. That'll be a charge.
Pretty good help here. For sure the defense was outside the lane. Fox just took off and blew past. I think that's a block. I think the defender is moving. You can move as long as you're there, but I don't think the defender got there in time. But
well, Bobby Hurley's done a nice job recruiting, too. He's brought in the first top 25 recruiting class to Arizona State since 2007 when James Harden came to Tempe. Here's Graham off target.
That's just a bad shot. That's a bad shot. Nobody gets back. And there is not a better finisher in transition in a crowd than Isaiah Briscoe. He makes guys look silly trying to defend him going to the rim.
I'm pretty sure there's not a quicker team than Kentucky in the United States because their pace of possession is under 14 seconds.
It's unbelievable. We talk about a 30-second shot clock. They're half of that. 13.8. It's unbelievable how fast they get down the floor. You take a bad shot, it's going to be 2 on the other end.
John Calipari's fastest in terms of possession since he's been at Kentucky. Off the mark by Cunliffe, who's hitting 50% from 3 coming in. Monk will try it, and that barely touched anything.
That was a bad shot. That was almost that was a freshman type shot. Like, okay, it's my turn to shoot. You know, he had a guy coming at him, use a little shot fake, go by him, you get a bucket.
Holder with the kick for Evans. Yes, a three-pointer.
That's what you can't do if you're Kentucky. Fox helped off of Evans on a drive that was really going nowhere. And if you leave these guys, Evans, Holder, Cunliffe, you've seen they can make shots.
The swing for Briscoe, lost the handle. Won it back, other side of the iron. Adebayo went for the tip and missed it. And now it's loose, and Briscoe comes away with it. His back appears to be okay. And how about the big fella and one? Flying down the lane, and he'll be at the line.
Well, we've been out here about 4 minutes and 16 seconds. If you're going to be sloppy with the ball, Kentucky's going to take it from you. And if they take it, that's going to happen a lot.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas. Discover what's lost. And Nassau Paradise Island. It's better in the Bahamas.
Michigan State and Duke. Duke leading the all-time series 10-2. And Duke has won 129 consecutive non-conference home games.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. It's one of the reasons that Bobby Hurley named his oldest daughter Cameron. Adebayo at the line, 6 points.
I love Bobby Hurley, and I love what he's doing with this program. He's playing a tough schedule. The first day, the day Bobby got the job, first thing, the most he heard was what an awful schedules they have had in the past. And Bobby said, well, we're going to try to flip this around. We're going to play on TV. We're going to play people where they want to play them. This is a quote-unquote neutral site game with Kentucky as the home team, but Bobby wants to be on ESPN. He wants to get people watching it, and I'm telling you, watching Bobby Hurley coach, I don't know why you wouldn't want to play for him.
Briscoe scampering down the lane, nearly lost it. Maybe looking a little bit rusty from time to time, but he finished it.
Yeah, he's so rusty, he just dribbled through the whole Arizona State defense. I love watching him play. I love guys that are just ball players. He and Fox. Just, you know, they're not great shooters. They're not going to do, you know, the flashy things in terms of making 6 threes from deep. But, man, can they hoop. Watch this. He just gets lower than everybody. He's got a lot of James Harden in him with that. Obi. He cross you over. He can't shoot it, obviously, like Harden, but he's got that kind of thing going to the rim.
They got off to such a good start. First couple of games of the season. Not about dumping down, but a block from behind. That was Vila, the 6'8 freshman from Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah, that was a heck of a block because that was a nice move against a double team.
And a whistle with 14:47 to go in the half. As schedule-wise, Arizona State has coming up UNLV, Purdue, Creighton, also San Diego State and New Mexico State.
Yeah, and see, there's different thoughts on scheduling. One is we're going to play as many cupcakes as we can, get confident and all that nonsense. The other is we're just going to play people. And Bobby Hurley made the commitment from the get-go, I'm just going to play people. We'll play Kentucky home and home. We'll play them here. That's fine. Whatever you want to do. We just want to be on ESPN, and we want people to know about Arizona State.
Briscoe just picked up his first foul, trying to go all the way through and doing exactly that. Shannon Evans, the junior from Suffolk, Virginia.
That transfer came with Bobby Hurley from Buffalo.
Briscoe, yes, he'll knock in that three-pointer. 20-10, so they double him up, and Briscoe has 7.
The shot went in down here and was down the court on the other end so fast that 13 seconds was about 6.
How about the tip there by De'Aaron Fox as he tipped it off the Arizona State guard and knocked it out of play to turn it back over to the Cats. And the 6'9" senior Derek Willis now into the fray for John Calipari.
I think he's the key. They have not shot the ball well at all. Mulder has shot the basketball. He's shot it fine. But they have not shot it very well at all. And this kid has to shoot it.
They find Monk. He'll take the baseline. How about that move? Up with it, Humphreys to finish, but the move was sensational.
The move was great. Monk just didn't quite finish it. But again, Humphreys caught the ball, kept it up, went straight up. That's coaching. You know, so many big guys come down and they lumber, but hey, Humphreys just caught it, kept it up, went back, laid it, and made it look easy.
Older working on Monk. His follow-away jumper, no.
You are not going to be able, if you are the guards of Arizona State, to beat Kentucky one-on-one.
He goes for the slam, and Willis will draw the contact. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. Back to Monk, though. This is worth another look.
Obie, when you can shoot it, people recover too far to you, and he makes a sweet move, just doesn't have the spin. But look at what Humphreys does. He catches it over his head, he keeps it over his head, and he goes right back up. That looked so easy. But I'm telling you, watch college basketball the rest of this week. You'll see so many guys bring it down and just make it so difficult. Humphreys made it look easy.
Briscoe will step out. And Dominic Wilkins, the senior. Dominic Hawkins will come on in. He's 6-foot senior, dished out a career on 9 assists against UT Martin. Willis at the line, where he is 7 for 7 for the season. He recently had a 20-point game against Cleveland State.
There's nothing wrong with Derek Willis. Derek Willis was a starter last year because of his ability to make shots. Hasn't shot it great, but that's what he can do. Originally committed to Purdue.
Tipped out of play by Kentucky with 13-13 to go in a half. Willis and Hawkins, 160 games played at Kentucky. The rest of the team, 157. Evans. Evans trying to penetrate. Now the kick out. The jump shooter, Cunliffe. He can hit that. But so far off to a chilly start, the freshman from Seattle. Monk will lift the 3. And rebounded away by the Sun Devils.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Monk shoots a high basketball. As soon as he shot it, he lifted his chin to watch the ball, and the ball went a little extra high. Sometimes it goes short when it does that.
That foul will go against the Sun Devils. And will be against Tashumpa, the 6'10 freshman. Certainly has an NBA body.
Has an NBA body and a 7'5 wingspan. And they like him. I was talking before the game to the coach, and they really like him. They think that he's a guy that can play. They think he's a guy that can get some things done. He's just wrong.
Just thrown out of play by the Cats. We're on top 24-10. The Sun Devils' 2 losses are no embarrassment. They're to Davidson and Northern Iowa, 2 excellent mid-majors. Although they did lose to Northern Iowa by 19. And turned over. Here comes Fox one-on-one. He steps through for 2.
He reminds you a little bit of Rajon Rondo. Now, I don't know if he's got the passing skills, but he gets in the passing lane. He comes in with the ball. He gets to the rim. He does things easy. He doesn't shoot it great. But man, fantastic size.
A follow-away jumper and a nice touch there. Torian Graham, they need to get him going. 17 points a game.
They do, but they don't need to get him going off of one pass. He made that, but that's a tough shot. Couple passes, move the defense, and then you can go drive it.
Reach in foul by the Sun Devils in the lane. We have a timeout with 11:48 to go in the first half. That'll go against Tashumpa, his second. Hey, it moves quickly here at Atlantis. You got to pick him up and put him down. Under 12 here in the first half, and a man in the middle, Adebayo at 6'10". So far, an excellent first half for him. We get to the meaning of that nickname of Bam for the freshman.
It came from my mom. When I was younger, I was watching Flintstones, and apparently I flipped over a coffee table, and then instant Bam. Just stuck ever since.
So there it is from Bam himself. And time for another edition of Hoop Scoop. He is a huge, huge Katy Perry fan.
Who isn't? I'm a huge Katy Perry fan.
All 5 starters have scored for Kentucky.
Are you a Katy Perry fan?
I absolutely am. I think
Are you
you're
telling
right.
the truth, or is that just a lie? When she was with the Sharks in the Super Bowl, it was
unbelievable.
I don't even know.
What was that? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm more of a metal guy, but I'll take Katy Perry. They still make videos.
Hawkins to put it in.
Little zone here. Look for Kentucky to get in the middle and then kick it out or up.
From the corner, Willis. Yep, he knocks into 3.
I'm telling you, this is a great shooter's environment. Willis made that look easy. Willis has an easy stroke, but you have a low ceiling, a dark background. It's not like those big domes where everything is so big and spacious you can't tell the difference.
And Kentucky 12 out of 20, and a lot of iron there, but tipped up. And a tie-up on the play. The possession arrow will keep it on this end for Arizona State.
I think there were 3 fouls in Arizona State there, Obi. I do. I think Adebayo got pushed out, a couple over the backs.
Evans inbounding. He jumps to the corner, fires it up, and swishes in a 3.
Guy out of bounds, toughest guy to guard. That was really nice action. Kind of curled off a stack right in front of the inbounder. Evans is man, and Evans just sprinted to the corner. You give them looks, I'm telling you, they're going to make. Key is not giving them looks or making Arizona State uncomfortable.
He's also making him the man with the ball right now. Mulder, who just swung it in the corner, but on the drive, Hawkins cannot finish it, but a whistle. Let's go back to Arizona State. Good action off that inbound.
Yeah, when you circle right in front, like you're going to see a circle right there. So all of a sudden, Briscoe's kind of caught up, and there's no switch, no reaction. That's a tough inbounds play. Now, it's not the easiest shot, but Evans, as we've talked about, can really shoot. Again, came with Bobby Hurley from Buffalo.
DeChambeau with his 3rd foul, and that didn't take long for the big fella to get into immediate trouble. This is his short bench for the Sun Devils. Hawkins way downtown, but too strong.
Well, if you're going to shoot off 2 passes, Mulder has to be the guy. The kid from Vincennes Junior College has been absolutely on fire of late. Hawkins not a shooter, more of a penetrator.
Evans dribbling into the corner. Shot clock down to 11. He's trying to blow by the big guy. And guess who's in the way? Bam right there to stop him. Adebayo with the rejection. Here's Mulder. Got a great look. That one tipped toward the backcourt. Willis going down hard. What a save there. Outstanding play by the 6'9" senior to hit with that.
God loves it, Obi.
And now he tried to make a creative pass, but it went right past Bam Adebayo. But how about that hustle?
Don't tell me that Kentucky's just a bunch of prima donnas. Kentucky is a blue-collar, tough team. First to the floor is Derek Willis on his back, WWE style. Look at here. Now off the shoulder, makes the flip. It would have been dynamite if he'd have loaded that up and knocked in a 3. This place would have exploded a little bit.
He was very unselfish, though.
Too unselfish.
29-15 Kentucky. Cunliffe came in 9 out of 18 beyond the 3-point line. The 2-pointer really popped it up there, and Kentucky crashing the glass. And the theft, but kicked away by Cunliffe out of play.
That's just bad offense. Right now, Kentucky a little bit lacking with a point guard. They're going to bring Fox back in. Calipari looked at both Briscoe and Monk and said, somebody's got to come back here. But that's a bad shot by Arizona State. Arizona State cannot, and I mean cannot, try to go one-on-one from 25 feet on in and beat a Kentucky player. They're just not going to be able to do it.
Bounce feed from Monk. Gabriel back to Monk. They move it so quickly. Gabriel will fire it. He airmailed it, and the stuff anyway by Bam Adebayo. Boy, if it's anywhere in his zip code, he's going to catch it and dunk it.
What great hands. You know, a lot of big guys look big, but they have hands of stone. Their hands are about the same as their shoulders, just big, strong, and look good. But, man, Adebayo.
One of 5 All-Americans on the roster. Oleka with a misfire. Briscoe wants to go. Gabriel on the baseline, and that's going to be a charge.
See, that was on Briscoe. Briscoe stopped in the right spot, but he put Gabriel in a really, really tough position. Usually when you come down, you want a guy like Gabriel to be able to catch it and shoot it. But here, he's got to drive it against a defender on a baseline, which adds an extra defender. Just a tough spot for Gabriel from Briscoe.
Gabriel, a 6'9" freshman. John Calipari has called him a 6'9" guard.
He looks like it, except for the air ball.
Jump shot up there by Justice for 3.
That's what he does. Cody Justice shooting 42% from the three-point line. Has had a couple starts. He just shoot the ball.
Another rebound. Fox will slam that in. Not a terrific feed from the big guy.
Adebayo is ridiculously good. Like, he's surrounded there, keeps his balance, and not only has the vision to make the pass, the right pass, but the touch to make the right pass. I'm telling you, you don't see it. Look at this.
That's Malik Monk hitting the deck, just as Derek Willis had done moments earlier.
And this is what Kentucky does. You can say whatever you'd like, but Kentucky plays harder. They have more talent, and they play harder. That's a problem for the other team, Obi.
Yeah, doing its thing. But let's go back to the Bahamas.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. 7:57 to go here in the first half.
Seth Greenberg told me via text that nobody, and I mean nobody, plays harder than West Virginia. I don't know. I got to tell you. Wildcats play pretty hard, Obi. They're on the floor first. They're rebounding.
They're sprawling after the basketball. Every loose ball.
Man.
And getting them.
Look at that switch. Now, you got Adebayo. Let's see if he can hang in there. Look at this.
He certainly did. Justice just in front of the shot clock. He got it off Willis there for the rebound.
That's so well schooled. He squared his shoulders, Adebayo did, to the offensive player, and there was nowhere to go.
Willis off the fake. They don't take long to shoot it. Monk again. Yes! He knocks in a long one.
That's not the easiest shot either. And credit Willis. Willis had a shot, but a guy was coming out, so he made the extra pass, which led to the next pass. And Monk stepping back over the three-point line automatic. I swear to you, every time I see Monk shoot the ball, I think it's in. You know, there are 3 kinds of shooters. There's a pretty good move.
That's Graham for 2.
There's 3 kinds. One's like Monk, where you just think they're going in every time. Then there's one where, okay, the guy's good enough to shoot. And then there's the third kind is don't shoot. You don't get to shoot. You know what I mean?
Willis, so he's found by Bam Adebayo again.
Pretty good. I mean, really well schooled. You get the ball to the high post against the zone. Your first look is shot. Second look is down. Third look is opposite.
Holder trying to operate. Oh, and that's going to be goaltending. John Calipari not so sure, and Bam was tonight, a Wednesday night. A sonic blockbuster, part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge from Bloomington at 9:15. Number 3 North Carolina against number 13 Indiana. Can't wait for that one.
You're doing that game with Dickie V. You're going to have Kyle Schwarber as the honorary coach.
Yes.
The 1981 Isaiah Thomas led national champions there to be honored. Again, they beat North Carolina in a championship game. You're going to have a great time.
Festive.
It's going to be incredible.
A great night for college basketball. Kentucky leading this one 38-22, looking very smooth in the process. Evans for Holder. Only 27% from 3, but he hits that one from way downtown.
Again, you know, if you let them get comfortable and Holder just walked into that 3, you have to have a hand fakes, you have to have foot fakes at the ball, because that's what they can do. That's the strength of their team.
The 7-footer Humphreys coming back on for the Cats here in a moment. Adebayo up to set that screen. Fox lifts. Not there for him, but a whistle underneath. And a foul will go against Torian Graham of the Sun Devils.
Well, it doesn't happen often. But sometimes you get comfortable against Kentucky. It doesn't happen very often. But Holder against Gabriel. Gabriel thought his length was going to affect. It did in high school. It did it wherever he's played. It has. But at this level, it will not. And Holder just used Gabriel's hand as like the end of a sight of a gun to aim him and knock it in. He's got to be more aggressive, Gabriel.
As the ball here is born in Sudan, came to the United States, and then grew 9 inches almost immediately. Monk with that pretty fall away of his. That is a sweet shot.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's a freshman that weighs about $175. It's just, wow.
Spin shot on the scoop, won't go for Holder. Now the Cats want to run. Monk with a catch. His reverse is good. Oh, he's got some game.
He's got real game. He's got explosion. He's got touch. He's got hands. Holy cow.
We came on the air talking about the highlight reel he's become. Long one for Grant. Big rebound there for Holder. Right back up strong, but could not get it to go. Here's Briscoe to the right side, and he has 2 more and a timeout. Hurley wants a timeout right here. The lead has ballooned to 44-25.
Well, the kid from Arkansas, Malik Monk, is just putting on a show. I mean, here's a freshman running the floor. Keeps his chin on the rim, but you see him right there. He's going to spin it in and then get another look at it. This ain't bad for a freshman, senior, NBA player, you name it. It's pretty good.
Well, coming up, Monday Night Football in the Sports Center at night with Scott Van Pelt. The complete breakdown of the game, plus his one big thing and the best thing he saw today. Sports Center at night after Packers-Eagles on ESPN.
Best thing I saw today was my wife in a bikini, but this is the second best, Obi.
Briscoe with a miss, but there's always someone to follow, and it's Fox here.
Fox just beat everybody down the court after Briscoe had beaten everybody down the court.
Kick to the corner. Justice can't convert. Fox spinning away from everybody on the dribble, but the pass didn't get to Briscoe in the lane.
Yeah, I saw what he saw. I tried doing a little no look, and Evans was there to get a hand on it.
Evans lets fly. Rebound tipped away, and let's see if they get Humphries for this foul. I believe they will. Isaac Humphries coming in and picking up his first. With 4:06 to go in the half.
Obie, don't you agree that when you watch guys coming in and out at Kentucky, if you don't play hard, you get the sense that you're on borrowed time and it's going to be a quick hook?
Absolutely.
That's huge to have that kind of leverage over really good players.
And one thing that John Calipari told his kids at practice today, and have been working on this as the jumper will connect here by Cunliffe, he wants them to go as hard as they can, as long as they can, and if they get tired, hold up a hand. He said, you're coming out, get a rest, tell me when you're ready to go back in.
That's the old Dean Smith, North Carolina thing. You hurt your team by staying in.
Willis, too strong.
He leaned left.
And a foul on the floor, under 4. Before halftime, we will take another break. Kentucky with a commanding lead over the Sun Devils.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas. Discover what's lost.
Be surprised if he doesn't. Now, I'm not saying he is, but he does a lot of speaking engagements in Indiana, and it's getting harder and harder to find people to sponsor him, so it's costing him money staying away from Indiana.
Are you really indicating that Bob Knight may show up?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, it is the 1981 team celebration. That'll be at halftime. Isaiah's going to be there.
Yep.
Do you think Coach Knight may show up?
I'm not saying he is, but knowing Coach Knight, now I don't have a great relationship with Coach Knight. But just knowing him, it would not surprise me because he has taken several hits in the state of Indiana over not showing up to the 76 deal, over showing up. 1976 was an undefeated team, and they had a reunion last year. Mike Tirico and I did the game. Knight did not show up. He showed up at a Purdue thing, which irritated Indiana. And Indiana people have kind of gotten over Coach Knight. And that's the last thing that Coach Knight wants. So it would not surprise me, Obi, in the least.
You wouldn't be by chance goading Coach Knight to show up at all, would you?
No, I personally don't care if he shows up or not. I don't care if he stays on a river in Montana. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. But
with a misfire, comes right to Humphries. Another offensive board. And until a moment ago, I mean, Arizona State had 12 rebounds. Kentucky has 12 offensive alone and 26 total rebounds. Great board work tonight.
Yeah, this has just been a complete mismatch inside. I mean, you're up 20 after 17. That's a mismatch in general.
3:07 to go, and a whistle on that play. 47-27. And the officials are huddling here. Boborowski, Gary Prager, and Tony Chiazza. And this is under official review as they go to the monitor. Kentucky coming in perfect at 6-0. Arizona State at 4-2. They're looking at that last play on the other end. And we'll show it to you. And that hand, their right hand, that's what they're thinking about.
That's nothing. In my opinion, that's just a basketball play. Let's go play on. Now, they should call a foul on him. That's a foul, but I don't think there's anything more than just a player control foul.
And that's indeed what they called an offensive foul. So they were looking to see if there was something flagrant about it.
You know, the one thing I will say is you may not see that 5 more times all year, a guy extend his hand that far.
Right.
You know, you'll see a guy extend a chicken wing elbow kind of thing, or maybe a forearm, but you won't see an extended full out arm. That would lead me, and I think Boborowski and his crew did a good job at least taking a look at it, because you just never see it.
Sure. So it is an offensive foul, nothing flagrant. And Kentucky with the ball up by 20. Kentucky has put up back-to-back 100-point games. Gabriel goes all the way through, easy as can be.
This one might be 115. I mean, really, there's not a whole lot of resistance, and Bobby Hurley has to be disappointed, not in the score necessarily. What the heck was that?
Going to get Briscoe for that foul.
What did he do?
That's what he's wondering. That'll be his second personal. And he will take a seat. Take a look. Jeez. Looks like pretty good defense.
Looks like a referee that's never played basketball.
Graham handing off for Holder.
This is what I love. Look at this. Look at the big guy go. Move his feet. How good is that?
Cunliffe got a good look. Fox for the rebound. Hawkins on the attack and draws the foul. He'll be at the line for a pair.
Obi, I'm telling you, Fox reminds me of Rondo. Again, doesn't shoot it great, but rebounds like crazy. And the second he hits the ground with a defensive rebound, he's pushing off to go get it down on the offensive end. I mean, you're looking at a kid who is as good as you're going to find an all-around player. Now, he's got to shoot the ball better if he wants to have a long NBA career. But my goodness, is he good.
Here's our hoop scoop, nicknamed the General by Coach Calipari.
Speaking of Coach Knight and his nickname, there you go.
And now belongs to De'Aaron Fox through 6 games. He is ahead of Tyler Ulis' assist total through 6 games when Ulis went on to break the Kentucky single-season assist record. Now, it's early, but it's a great stat to be leading it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you've got to remember, Ulis did not play well early in the season. He really struggled with an injury and played poorly against UCLA in a loss. North Carolina didn't play well. And then he just dominated. I mean, he was great. I actually said he wasn't a top 5 point guard in the country at that time because he had played poorly.
But you later amended your version.
I had to. Yeah, you watched him play, and then, you know, as the season went on, and besides, I was just sitting in an airport board, so I thought I'd rile up the Big Blue Nation.
It's happened before. Airmail by Graham. In transition,
Look at him run.
Fox.
Look at him run.
Marcus couldn't handle it, but he hits the deck, grabs it. Oh, and they call a tie up there rather quickly, I thought. Possession, I will keep it on this side.
He wasn't tied up, and Gabriel was getting ready to make a nice move into the middle. He just got there a little slow. Let's see. Man, do they run. Why isn't the Arizona State guy on the ground?
You know, all night it has been a Kentucky player, first man to get down.
Hey, these guys, you know, you look out here, okay, Fox is worth about $30 million. Adebayo's $110 million. And they're on the ground first.
Three-pointer by Dominique Hawkins, the 6-foot senior, with a feathery touch and a lead at 54-27.
Now, Hawkins may not play in the NBA, but he's an incredibly valuable guy, kid from Kentucky that just wears the pride of being a Kentucky Wildcat, which is cool.
Holder threw it away. Fox to the paint. And a foul in the lane. They will get Oleka, the 6'8" senior, for the personal foul.
Well, Oleka deserved a foul for not trying on the play, but he didn't deserve a foul for what he did. He just let the man go by. Fox ended up missing. Oleka reached around, but Obi, that's just fast by Fox.
Fox is one of the guys up for the Bob Cousy Award. He's on the watch list for the Bob Cousy Best Point Guard in the Country Award. And you'd have to say he's one of the front runners.
Yeah, Joe Barry's pretty good if you want to call him a point guard. I don't know, but James Blackman's had a pretty good start at Indiana. But, man, this kid's all-around game he's going to have a triple-double. And he might have it tonight. I don't know, but he's going to have one.
He already had 12 assists against Stephen F. Austin right off the bat to begin his college career. And he has 5 tonight. But look at the rebounds, 9 rebounds.
That's what I'm saying. And he may do it more than once.
Oleka gives it up for Justice. Yes, all net.
See, Calipari is going nuts, and he is going to get Gabriel out. It's the same thing we talked about earlier with Gabriel. He helped off a shooter on penetration that was going nowhere and let a kid who can really shoot the basketball get a great look. He's coming out. That's what I love about Calipari.
Fired up there and a miss in transition. Justice, who shoots about 42% for his career. He's a junior. Got on the three-point line. Here's the kick for Graham. Fox stopped him. Evans trying to operate here on Hawkins, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Now that time Fox stayed with the man. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Gabriel, number 32, is going to come out because of this. He's right here. Now let's show. Just watch the play. He's supposed to stay with Justice. He's not supposed to leave 44. See that little reach? That's all it takes for a really good shooter. And immediately, I mean, Coach Cal, if he could have taken off his shirt and thrown it, he would have. He was going nuts, and this is what I love about Calipari. He just takes him out and puts another guy in. Doesn't even worry about it.
So 16 seconds before halftime here in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I think the UK players are breaking out in a rash. They're holding on to the ball so long over.
Fox lifts. Yes, a three. Well, he's had an impressive half, hasn't he?
Don't let that start his player of the year candidate.
Adebayo got his fingertips on that one, made sure they could not get the lay-in. So Kentucky with a big 58-30 lead, sharing the basketball. Fox with 10, Bam Adebayo with 9, Briscoe with 9, and tremendous balance. And the freshmen really enjoying themselves here in the Bahamas with a 58-30 lead. Kentucky way out in front on Arizona State. Now to Doug and Seth. Oh, the Cats are in the Bahamas, and here from Atlantis and Paradise Island. We're ready for the second half of the Atlantis Showcase. We take a look at the first half stats. They're brought to you by the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board. And Dan, what jumps out at you?
Well, points in the paint, obviously, but fast break points, 13 seems like a lot more because Kentucky has been better, but obviously, but they've played harder. I mean, they've ran faster. They're up 25. And they're out sprinting an Arizona State team that should learn something from playing against Kentucky. I mean, Isaiah Briscoe is just ridiculous. I'm telling you, going to the rim, he reminds me of James Harden. You see Fox to Monk there, getting used to that. Everybody in college basketball is going to have to see that, and Monk is just something else. I mean, he plays with a fluidness. You know, there was a kid we had a long time ago. Remember Jay Edwards that played at Indiana?
I do.
He was just a great basketball player. I'm watching him and I'm thinking, man, Shoot it, drive it, fill up a box score. All right, Obi, here's something to watch. There has been one triple-double in the history of Kentucky. Chris Mills against Austin Peay in 1988. I'm telling you, De'Aaron Fox is going to have one. Maybe not tonight, but he's going to have like 5 triple-doubles.
But you know what? Maybe tonight. He has 9 rebounds, 10 points already, and 5 assists.
I'm telling you, that's something to watch here. That's one in the history of Kentucky.
Unreal.
Last I looked, they had pretty good players.
Cunliffe can't get by the big guy out of Bio and knocked out of play. Opening seconds here of the second half. I said Isaiah Briscoe might have been a little rusty. I think there was about a 7-second period of the half where he was maybe, but 14 minutes, 9 points, 5 assists, and 4 for 6 from the field.
I got a bad caller. He would have done more. He had to get taken out.
Graham gets it up there. Adebayo with another rebound.
Obi, he rebounds. I think just something for Kentucky fans to watch for the rest of this game, or college basketball fans. He rebounds with 2 hands, as high as you're ever going to see anybody rebound with 2 hands.
And you're not taking it away.
No.
He is some kind of strong. Got it underneath and a foul. He'll get Oleka for the personal, number 2 on the senior from Washington, D.C.
He's an honor roll student about him. I'd say he's got a pretty good future. I think he should major in business because...
Oh, Monk with a sweet touch. He came in his last 2 games. He was 19 for 29.
That's pretty good.
And now 5 for 9 tonight.
I'm telling you. And you know, Obi, again, he just looks like every time he shoots, I don't care the shot, 3, whatever, he's going to make. He just looks like he's going to make.
So look it up. Willis with a nice catch and stuff. That was a picture-perfect pass.
That was a great pass, and Willis didn't really cheat out. Like, it wasn't like he was cherry-picking to get down the court. He did his job. He recognized, better than Arizona State recognized, who was going to get the ball, and he just sprinted down the floor. I mean, look at Briscoe with the passer. How many things can Briscoe do for a team? Many as he needs to.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Paradise Island Tourism Development Association. Experience paradise in a whole new way.
Atlanta Showcase, and Kentucky is dismantling Arizona State here in the early moments of the second half, up 62-30.
Yeah, they're not stopping either. It's pretty good. You're going to see a little list here of Coach Cal's accomplishments. Look at this. And, you know, Obi, he doesn't worry about it. He engages the fans. Like yesterday, they had a practice, and you know, he gave everybody a team picture, Hall of Fame inductee. I mean, what he's done in basketball has just been phenomenal. And really, him coming to Kentucky was the perfect person for the perfect program at the perfect time. The Billy Gillispie debacle needed something completely different than that. And Coach Calipari has done an absolutely off-the-charts job.
And I know it's really early, but they're 6-0. They're number 1 in the country. This outstanding freshman class, how good will they be by the time March rolls along? And they'll be rolling. You got to think, look at this with a big fellow. Willis handling the ball all the way through to lay it in.
Someone's got to tell me why he's not an NBA player. Obi, he is taller in person, long arm, shoots the ball well. You see him finish there. Perfect complimentary guy. There's another NBA guy. Committed to Purdue originally, had a change of heart once. Calipari had a little interest, as Kentucky kids should do.
Cunliffe slamming on the brakes, leans in, can't finish. Arizona State with another effort. The one-hander is in and out by Graham. Quickly up Monk. Boy, they do not wait to get a shot in the air, and one. They do not wait.
Throw the ball ahead is good policy when you're throwing it ahead to a guy that can make shots in a variety of ways. And Briscoe realized who he was throwing it to, and if there's a better score, if there's an easier score, I guess I should say, in college basketball, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Co-MVP of the McDonald's All-American game, and he has a 42-inch vertical leap. So he's already had some of the most sensational dunks this season in college basketball.
And Obi, any guy that'll wear one blue shoe on his right foot and one white shoe on his left foot is a confident dude.
Yes. Willis, quick hands there to knock it out of play. And they continue to out-hustle their opponent tonight.
Yeah, Monk and Fox both with the one blue, one white. The veteran Willis is like, fellas, I'm just going 2 blue shoes. I don't need that in my life.
Old school.
Yeah, old school.
They match.
2 of the same color shoes.
10 seconds to get off a shot. Graham giving it up. Now down to 5. It's Holder. Oleka, the shot clock down to 1, and a foul, a whistle, with 1 second on the shot clock, and now the officials will get together on this.
I think they're going to look at whether or not Oleka took a shot from Briscoe. He was holding his midsection, and they're going to look at it.
Bo Borowski's going to come over and explain this. They're going to an official review to figure out why they stopped 67-30. Kentucky on top by 37 points. Let's give you a look. And what did Bo tell you?
Bo told me they think they may have seen a punch by Briscoe right there.
Still waiting. I didn't see anything. Did you? Was it well before?
Well, it's before that. Obviously, it's before they interacted there. Let's see.
A little earlier. Apparently, they're looking at Isaiah Briscoe, number 13 there, in white.
The only way I could figure it, Dave, is if as they were he ball screen switched, the right hand of Briscoe got him. But I don't, based on what we're seeing, you can't see anything.
I didn't see that.
I didn't either. I'm just saying that's the only thing that I could possibly see. I don't think there's anything here on video.
So they blew the whistle with 1 on the shot clock. And we'll see if we can give you another look. This is the other one we have.
All right, let's see on the switch right here. Let's see what right. No, he just wrapped him up.
So could it be that occasionally an official will see something that wasn't there?
You think? I think the reaction, though, the reaction was such that you had to take a look at it.
And Bo's going to come over and explain. So Arizona State is going to have the ball. Obviously, no transgression there, no flagrant or anything.
One on the shot
1 second
clock.
and stolen away. Monk. Adebayo off his fingertips. That would have been sensational. On the other end, it's Holder, but he can't stick it. He got a very wide open look.
And guys are right back down the floor, and they're doing it again.
Adebayo again out of his hands. So a couple of transition attempts there, but nothing to show for the Wildcats.
Well, we needed that to go in because that would have been assist number 6 as we build towards a triple-double. I mean, let's be honest. It's a 37-point game, Obi. We got to root for something.
Some things you have to root for.
We just do.
I can tell you what, John Calipari is rooting for a slightly larger score to get his son some minutes tonight. His walk-on son, Brad, was on the Kentucky team. And the jump shot by Graham will glance away. John's wife, Ellen, more importantly, that's Brad's mom, is convinced he should be playing more. The other day he got in for 2 minutes, he scored 2 points, and Ellen said to Coach Calipari, hey, that's great offensive efficiency. Why isn't he playing more?
Sasha,
so he has a lot to answer for as Oleka picks up number 3.
Man, a guy can't even sleep with someone as a Kentucky coach and not get ridiculed about who you're playing. I mean, most coaches around the country can go to bed at night and not hear it.
Brad, pretty good shooter, too. 1,000 points in his high school career. Wants to be a coach one day.
Shocking.
Adebayo at the line. 16:39 remaining, and Kentucky sailing here against Arizona State in the Bahamas. And the 6'10 freshman around and out with that one. Briscoe with a shove before that shot, so the foul will go against the Cats.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was watching John's son, Brad, as John was walking down the bench, and a couple of guys at the end of the bench were kind of looking around like, I don't know what's going on. He was sitting there like, am I going in? Like he was sitting up, like you want to do.
Leaning forward.
Yes.
Ever attentive.
Yes.
Yep.
The other guys, those guys down on the left are chatting, they're talking. He Second from your right there was like, come on, Dad. Heck.
It's getting time. Well, Arizona State really getting hit hard here tonight. That's going to be goaltending.
Just don't get anything at the basket.
Yep.
You're never getting anything free.
Now, the Wildcat schedule is about to get tougher. They'll be hosting undefeated UCLA on December 3rd, North Carolina December 17th. They go to Louisville on December 21st and open up the SEC schedule on the road on December 29th at Ole Miss.
I catch grief for this, and I'm willing to do it. For me personally, I think Louisville and Kentucky is the best rivalry in college basketball. I know we're supposed to say Duke and North Carolina, and that's fine. But to me, there is real, I don't use the word hate much, but there's real hate between those two schools.
Monk shredded everybody there. Fox with another rebound. Back for the slam, but a foul. And he'll be at the line to shoot two.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how everybody hustles. Look at Fox hustling, and Monk is trying to dunk it over the entire island. He's trying to dunk on all of us. Everybody knows the talent level of Kentucky. Everybody knows it, but look at this hustle. Arizona State needs to learn in this game, from this game, that, hey, you've got to bring everything. You've got to sprint. You've got to get back. You've got to be first on the floor if you want to compete with anybody. Look at the balanced scoring right here. And, of course, we have some dancing going on, but Obi, the talent, the speed, but it's the hustle that has impressed me more than anything. I mean, they have been first on the floor, beaten the loose balls, sprinted past Arizona State. And if I'm Bobby Hurley, I'm making my team learn from this game. And if they can't learn from this game, then I'm getting somebody else on my team.
Monk makes the pair, now is 16. Arizona State has yet to score in the second half. Yikes. 70-30. They have yet to shoot a foul shot, too. On the baseline drive, Graham, and finally they do score in the second.
Well, there you go. It wasn't easy. The ball didn't want to go in, Obi.
Did not.
It wanted to stay out, but, man.
You're talking about De'Aaron Fox closing in. He has 11 rebounds, 10 points, and 6 assists. And another one falls from way downtown.
You just can't let him catch the ball. I mean, okay, they're up and they're winning. How do you play against Kentucky? I think what you have to do is you have to stay right on top of Monk. I mean, Bill Belichick.
They'll get Fox for the shove.
Bill Belichick every night, every Sunday night, Monday morning when the staff gets together, they say, as you see, this kid is totally unimpressed.
Yeah, coming all that way from Lexington, but not everyone's blown away by the effort.
No,
right now.
and he was born, they put a UK shirt on him, gave him a basketball.
That's it for life.
Yeah, that's all.
Big Blue Nation.
But Belichick says, all right, this guy is not going to beat us. So staff, figure out how this guy doesn't beat us, whoever the best player is for the other team. Well, it's hard with Kentucky, but you have to do that, I think, with Briscoe and Monk. I think you have to deny them the ball. I think you have to keep them in front of you. In Monk's case, you just can't let him get the ball. You don't help off of him. And if they want to
cut, shovel there, and a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it right here for Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm sorry to butt in on there, but that's how you have to play against Kentucky and make all these other guys who are certainly capable, but you just can't let Monk get comfortable.
And he has really looked comfortable in this one. Well, he's looked comfortable all season. Gabriel out of the double team. Close quarter pass, and you know one thing about Briscoe, you say, well, you got to deny him. You know as well as I do, that's a big New Jersey guard. He is tough.
Yeah.
He is very strong, very big in the upper body. Really hard to get him to stay in front of you.
Yeah, but you have to play off of him, and this is what you're going to see in the SEC. They're going to give him 6 feet, maybe even more than that, Obi. And wherever he dribbles it, all I'm telling my players is square your shoulders and keep him in front. If he makes leaners over you, then God bless him. But you can't try to get out there after him because he's too good with the ball and he's too strong. And not only does he score, he fouls you out, and he's a good assist guy as well. So make him shoot the ball over the top and live with it.
11 points in his return to the lineup after missing 2 with a back injury. Gabriel picked up his second foul moments ago. And Monk on the bench right now, came in hitting 40% from 3, averaging 19 points per game. Hawkins. Clay Jones drawing the foul. Not many minutes for him so far tonight. Getting in here in the second half. 14-16 to go.
He's just another guy. I mean, at Kentucky, long, athletic. You saw there, he went on the block and just flipped it in easy. Skilled. There's just a log jam in front of him a little bit. His
last game was his best. He had 12 points against UT Martin. He is also the youngest player on the roster, so still learning a lot. Hawkins, a long one. Too strong. Kentucky by 40. Evans. Justice, a determined drive. Around and out it goes. They want to push it. Do they ever? Nice block out of the sky by Evans. That's the best defensive play of the night by the Sun Devils, and a slam on the other end by Graham.
Yeah, first time Kentucky's been beaten down the floor, and you're right. Evans made a really nice play on Mulder, leading to transition.
Briscoe looking for that lane. The kick out. Mulder can be real dangerous out there from three-point land.
He's been on fire. But what a pass by Briscoe. That's what I say. You know, you have to keep in front, and you can't help off shooters with him, and the shooters are Monk, Mulder, because he'll find him. He's totally unselfish.
Kentucky now 7 for 15 beyond the three-point line. It's all been working tonight. The foul will stop the clock with just under 13 minutes to go. Back to that pass and shot a moment ago.
He's only a sophomore, but he's got that old man strength. He's off balance, going to his left, fires it to his right, and does it right in the shooting pocket, allowing Mulder to drill it.
Sasha Calais-Jones with the personal foul. Mulder's dad, Randy, often drives to see his son play. Now here's the wrinkle. He drives all the way from Canada to come down and watch his son play at Kentucky, Lexington, and all over the country. He did not make this trip to the Bahamas.
Well, it's hard to drive here, Obi.
A little bit tough on the odometer.
Yeah.
Briscoe on the spin. And a shove there on the baseline.
Let me ask you, have you seen a sloppy possession today?
From Kentucky?
Yeah.
No.
Like, have you seen a travel, like a undisciplined travel?
Nope.
No.
Very, very confident on everything. Everything's smooth.
Yeah, everything's well coached. You know, again, I go back to, you know, I'm no friend of John Calipari. I don't know John Calipari, so this isn't me shilling for anybody. But I go back to what is the perception that this guy and this staff are just recruiters, and yeah, they're the best in the country along with Coach K, no question. But along with Coach K and some others, they're great coaches, individually, collectively.
Briscoe in a 1-1 into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015. Meant the world to Coach Calipari. By the way, when Kentucky is the #1 ranked team in the country under Calipari, they are 68-6. They like that #1 spot a lot.
That's a lot of games to be #1 in. I mean, really, I mean, you think about it, he's been #1 everywhere he's been.
Cunliffe leans in, can't get the bounce. Rebound comes free, however, to Oleka, and he is free to dunk it.
All right. That was sloppy by Kentucky. Two guys went after the basketball. Nobody communicated. You don't see it much.
Briscoe took the bounce, no basket, but he'll be going to the line. We were looking at that schedule for Kentucky, the non-conference schedule, and what is to come. UCLA team is undefeated.
UCLA team with low ball is really, really good. Steve Alford has his team playing high octane, getting up and down the court. And remember, UCLA beat them last year.
North Carolina, Louisville, Kansas. So that's a meat grinder of a schedule eventually for the Wildcats, who are 6-0. So far they have faced one top 25 opponent. It was Michigan State, then number 13, and they won by 21. Spartans just left Atlantis following a third-place finish in the battle for Atlantis here. Which means that Dan and I have been here for 8 days, and Dan has now purchased property. And he's going to be here a while longer.
Man, I'm like a disease. Once I show up, I don't leave for a while. It takes a while to get rid of me.
They're loving you in that casino, pal, believe me.
Obi, that has been a train wreck, and that's not, we don't need to talk about that.
No, Holder on the attack, and kind of a wild shot, but it won't drop for him.
And how about Adebayo getting up after? Oh, look at this.
Look at that pass, and look at the dunk by Gabriel. But how about the feed by Monk? He had no business getting that basketball to the big guy. Wow. And that brought them out of their chairs here at Atlantis. My goodness. Man, he was falling down and able to rifle the pass. And then how about the stylish slam on top of that?
That's as good a play as you're going to see. Look, the ball's right back down.
Monk, long range, and short with that one.
Man, was that a great play. We're going to show it to you. You're coming up. It's got to get on Scotty Van Pelt's show.
In tight, Oleka with the basket. Coming up on the 11-minute mark here in the second half, and Kentucky in cruise control. Fox. Oh, no one touched him all the way through.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I mean, you have to be, I mean, Fox is good, but you have to be a little bit more resistant than that.
So back up to 40. Left-handed drive, nicely done there by Shannon Evans.
You know, it's interesting. Nobody from Kentucky came to help, which is pretty good. Adebayo, you know, he took him on. He took Evans on. Evans just too good. But Adebayo's been terrific with that ball screen defense in the middle of the lane all game.
Fox with a bounce. Adebayo hooks it up and drops it in.
Dwight Howard.
Yes, no question.
Man.
You match up those physiques. So Holder for 2. Adebayo with 12 points, 8 rebounds. A very solid night. But Kentucky has had this spectacular plays by like 5-1 over the Sun Devils. And a couple of those might be on the season-ending reel. Briscoe to turn around. Yeah, he got it to go.
Got it to go, luckily, because that thing banked. And if he was trying to bank that, good for him, but he wasn't. All right, here we go again. Adebayo going to try to check Evans.
Justice. Slick pass. The jump shot won't fall here for Evans. Saved by Oleka.
Look at tried to cross him up, couldn't do it. Obi, this is a pretty good play, Obi. This has to be a Sports Center top play. Watch how off balance, one-handed. And then the reverse. Falling out of bounds. Right leg up, and let's dunk it over our head. That ain't bad from the Cats.
205 D squared question. Purdue, Louisville. Purdue bigs neutralize Louisville's pressure, or Louisville's pressure turn over the backcourt of Purdue. Give me the scoop.
I'll give you this. I just had Louisville for a few days, and Baylor at the second half was too big for Louisville. Throughout the entire game, Louisville's bigs neutralized, and the game's going to come down, Seth, as it always does. If Louisville can make shots, wouldn't you agree, Obi? They're dangerous, but when they can't, we saw Baylor come back from 22 down against them. They got to make shots.
Did they ever? Here's Monk again. Can't drain that three. Willis went up strong, tipped it, and controlled by Arizona State. You know, Rick Pitino said when they lost in the championship game that his team was worn down. He felt he didn't see it. Baylor ran right by them despite a 22-point deficit, won the championship, and Pitino put it on himself. He thought that he didn't call timeouts appropriately.
Well, that could be, but, you know, some games you feel like Doesn't matter what you do when the team gets on that kind of run in the second half. And Obi, you and I were sitting right here and watched it, and it was
impressive.
Yeah, it was 180-degree different.
Yep. Give Baylor a whole lot of credit for that one.
That's what I'm kind of saying. You know, it's fine that a coach says, hey, I didn't do this or I didn't do that for his team. But the bottom line was Baylor just simply outplayed him.
Boy, when Louisville was up by 22, they looked like they were going to sail to the championship, though, and they've got a load of talent.
Yeah, and then they stopped making shots.
They did. Willis, good look. Around and out. Fox, by the way, with 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. So 1 away from a triple-double. That's only been done 1 time in Kentucky since 1988.
It hasn't been done since '88.
Well, that's right. 1988 was the last time it was done. That's what I'm trying to say.
Told me, we're having an argument here internally with the truck. I am anyway. They told me it's the only time it ever happened. It was in 1988 against, was it Austin Peay? I looked this up. Chris Mills. They have an intermediate guy, only 1.
9 on the shot clock.
Get in there.
Here's Monk. Oh. Rebound tipped in to the Sun Devils, and Obina Oleka, who can bang inside. Pretty good rebound. He's averaging 10 per game.
I have to send a text at this next break if I can root for a guy to get a triple-double.
Nice spin and count that basket by Holder. 77% foul shooter. He'll be at the line. Maybe the only major college guy who does not have a Twitter account. 7:50 to go. What's wrong with him?
What is he doing? Obi and Holder, no Twitter? What? What are we doing?
What century is this?
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas. Discover what's lost. And GoDaddy. Get your free trial of GoDaddy website builder at GoDaddy.com.
Wednesday night on ESPN, it's a Sonic blockbuster, part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge from Bloomington. It's at 9:15, number 3 North Carolina against number 13 Indiana. Also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. So back in the day, Dan, you up against this young kid named Michael Jordan, and how did it go down?
Well, he got his brains beat out. I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes you just face a bigger athlete, and Jordan did that night. It's not really a memorable night for me. Just another win over a
ho-hum.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. He's going to try to post me up here. What are you thinking about, Michael? Go somewhere else. And then, of course, the vision. The vision.
Uncanny.
Where's Alford? There he is. Get it to him.
Yep.
Sit down, North Carolina. Go home. Just another night.
So Michael scored how many in that game? What did you hold him to?
Michael scored 9 points.
9 times.
Against me.
Wow.
Now, I fouled out with a few minutes ago. He got 4 more, but the best thing about it, Obi, is later that summer during the Olympics, he lost $6,000 to me playing golf.
Fox drives and scores. We're still waiting for that additional pass, by the way.
Yeah, we are, and he didn't pay up.
To become the second Kentucky player all time with a triple-double. 91-58. And now some floor work and also a man down. And that is Evans, who is taking a seat on the Arizona State floor in front of their bench. And now up onto the bench, and looks like a possible ankle.
Hey, but back to that game on Wednesday night is going to be dynamite, Obi. You're going to be there with Dick Vitale in Bloomington. Kyle Schwarber is going to be the honorary coach. And, you know, Arizona State hired Tracy Smith. Tracy Smith is the baseball coach at Arizona State. Tracy Smith was the baseball coach at Indiana. And Schwarber and Tracy Smith took Indiana University to the College World Series. And
ball net there by Isaiah Briscoe.
And now Tracy is at Arizona State, and he'll do a remarkable job of bringing that program back to where it used to be. As we all know, it's one of the great jobs in college baseball, if not the best job in college baseball. But Schwarber will be there. Isaiah Thomas will be there. The 81 team will be there. I won't be surprised if Coach Knight there. Ooh.
Mulder with a miss.
If Coach Knight's not there, it wouldn't surprise me a lick.
Mulder go for the slam, and Graham popped it up. And now Fox lost the handle on it. Out it goes, and it'll be back over to Arizona State. And back to Evans a moment ago.
There he is right here. Oh, just stepped on Briscoe's ankle.
And so out he goes to the locker room to get further attention. 94-60 Kentucky. Graham's pull-up pop, can't drain it. Monk takes the bump, made the shot, but they're going to wave that off.
Driving me nuts.
You want that shot to count.
Don't you?
I do. I think
Has
it should. I think he earned it.
How can you not call this an and one? I mean, watch this. Okay, here goes Monk full speed. Television doesn't do it justice, right? There's a foul. He's in the motion. Ball goes in. Referee never played. No bucket. How do you not call that an and one, Obi?
It's got to be, and we've seen that 8 or 10 times while we've been in the Bahamas, where you and I looked at each other like, well, why doesn't that count? That absolutely should count. It will at the next level.
It does at the previous level. It does in high school. It does everywhere, except for college basketball.
Fox needs one more assist for that triple-double.
That's where Calipari's son there on the left's got to say, hey, I'll knock it in, Dad. I'll knock it in. Put me in with him.
He can shoot it. He might. Monk with a shovel. Gabriel Airborne made a great adjustment and tipped in his miss.
Yeah, too good. Really, you said it right with the shovel. All right, here comes Fox. Put in your son.
Stolen away by Briscoe. Up ahead, Monk. And missed the lay-in. How about that? I thought for sure he'd go for the slam. Decided to tenderly lay it up there, but he missed, but a whistle. And Kentucky just 3 points away from a third consecutive 100-point game. Deschamps has just fouled out for the Sun Devils. Number 5.
We said, what, 115 when the game started. This may be low.
Deschamps did not score. Got a late start growing up in the Congo. He's still very raw, but they believe that he can become a really good player. Michigan State and Duke on Tuesday at 9:30. The ACC Big Ten Challenge Tuesday and Wednesday.
Matt McQuaid played really well for Michigan State. And what I liked about him, he made shots, but he played with a fire. He played with an enthusiasm, an energy, a toughness that I think Michigan State has kind of lacked a little bit. They've been a little confused, I think, in their roles in terms of energy. Miles Bridges is really good, but everybody has one good player. The other guys got to step up and move outside themselves.
Bridges has a lot of talent. He can really fill it up. Jumping down the lane, Oleka. And now here's Fox, a chance for that triple-double. A swing instead.
He's telling him to shoot. Calipari.
Usually you don't have to tell the Wildcats. They get the shot in the air. Here's Monk. Not there.
And he did that to get the triple-double. You knew as soon as he was coming up the screen, he was shooting. Good play by Fox to get it to the shooter.
Under 5 minutes to play. It's been Kentucky all night long. They have run away and hid from Arizona State. They've done that against a lot of people. The stuff by Oleka. He's had a very solid second half.
Yeah, he's a guy that has to play for him inside. He's undersized in terms of height.
Here's Monk. He's got it, and there's that assist. And so Fox, De'Aaron Fox, the freshman, becomes the second player in Kentucky history to put up a triple-double.
Man, and you think about the players. I mean, I'm going way back, the players that they've had in Kentucky. And I know, assists weren't counted for a long, long time, but man, let's go recent play. Let's go since 80. The guys that have ran up and down for the Blue. Wow.
Now, Coach Calipari will bring his son Brad in, and Fox will step out. And some history made for that young man tonight.
Told you from the get-go, he's going to have 5 or 10 of these. I'm telling you, he is. He is Rajon Rondo part 2.
I don't know. At what point in the game tonight, I want to think it like 8 minutes in, you were talking about a triple-double for him.
You could just see it.
Another whistle with 4:13 to go. And tonight, 14, 11, and 10. Second triple-double in Kentucky history. Getting more brought to you by Nature Made Gummies.
If you don't like this Kentucky team, then you have an inherent bias against Kentucky, number one, or you know nothing about basketball, number two, because this is as fun a team to watch as you're going to see.
I think the frightening thing for everybody else is they're just kind of getting going.
Right.
You know, this is 3 consecutive 100-point games, and they've got a very tough part of the schedule. Calipari for 3. Got it. As Mom says, his offensive efficiency is off the charts. Mom knows best.
What'd you say, 2 points in 2 minutes? He's been in 30 seconds. He has 3 points and a rebound.
You know, Kentucky always has a fan favorite on every team. Here's Mulder, and around it out with his 3. And up and in by Kaleda Jones. Sasha, the 6'10 freshman. And still plenty of time to add to that point total.
Cal's thinking, at least I can go to bed tonight and not hear it.
Not get yelled at. Cunliffe spins that one up there. Al McGuire had a similar situation. He had his son on one of his Marquette teams. And he used to say, look, to the other guys, you got to be better than my son because Mom's waiting at home. You got to be better.
And look at Brad Calipari coming into the game, and this is a sweet stroke. This is no fluke. Kid can shoot it, and Mama's digging it. When Mama's happy, we're all happy. I think we called this triple-double, Obi, not at the introduction of the game, but certainly in the first 5 minutes. You could just see that De'Aaron Fox was going to have his way with Arizona State. And, man, Coach Calipari did a great thing. Put him back in. You can play about all you want, but it's the right move, and Monk delivered for him. There's your triple-double. Second all-time at Kentucky. Get in there.
Calipari again, not this time. Rebound by Mulder, spins off at the tip. And a whistle, it'll go the other way. So no basket. Ty Wynyard got up there, the 6'10 freshman, but no hoop for him. So 14, 11, and 10 assists for De'Aaron Fox, just a freshman. The foul will go against Kalea Jones of the Wildcats.
Oh, but did you have a chance to see Kentucky walking around here in Atlantis?
Yeah, because they've been here, most of them.
Yeah.
For quite a while, actually. I mean, the fans have been, and the players, and John Calipari coming a couple days ago. I
think they have. Every time I saw them, they were always laughing, always together. Like there wasn't ever one or two guys by themselves. They were like always in a group laughing, just having a great time with each other. And, man, every coach wants that in a team. And to get that from guys so young, John does it every year, but, man, that's amazing.
You know, they've talked about that chemistry, which was hard-won over the summer, you know, with their pickup games and playing against each other. Really got to know each other very quickly and gelled fast.
And that says a lot about a guy like Mulder, a guy like Willis, a guy like Hawkins as Mulder hits it there. The older guys making sure that everybody understands this is what we're about. We're not about older, we're about better. And, man, look at this.
Kalea Jones with a block shot. As he skied up for that one, Calipari again open. They've actually shot the three pretty well tonight. Way downtown, and that one off the back of the iron by Holder.
Well, speaking as the father of a walk-on, I root for guys that come in like that as walk-ons, regardless of who's their dad.
Mulder will fire the long-distance shot, but that one won't drop. Rebound right back up and in. Ty Wynyard, the freshman who's from New Zealand. His father is a world-class lumberjack. I kid you not.
You ever lumberjack? Have you ever lumbered?
It's an awfully big. I've lumbered. Absolutely. I've been doing a lot of that this week. That's where they, you know, fire the axe.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Make it stick. It's a real skill. A tough leaner there. Up and in by Hawkins. So the points keep on coming. It doesn't seem to matter who is on the floor for the Wildcats. On the difficult angle, Evans could not connect. Hawkins wants to run.
Coach Calipari trying to get his guys in here. He's going to roll it over and come right back.
Will. He's going to bring in Johnny David. And Dylan Pulliam as well. Hey, tomorrow night at ESPN, a Sonic blockbuster. Part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge from Durham, Michigan State, and Duke. Duke right now number 5 in the poll. Part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. First of 2 nights. When you're done to back down, back out for David. Under a minute to play here in the Bahamas. And John Calipari has gone full tilt to his bench in the final moments, leading 113-65. And again, this will be 3 consecutive games for Kentucky scoring over 100 points. They were averaging 92 per game coming in.
We've had a pretty good prediction day because this is going to be 115. We thought they'd get to 115 in this early.
Well, you did. You nailed it. Assuming, they get another bucket.
Now, if you're Bobby Hurley, you've got to explain to your players, you got to play harder. You have to play harder. You're playing against talent every night in the Pac-12. They're playing against talent moving forward this next 2 weeks. As good as anybody, not Kentucky or North Carolina or Duke. They're playing against really good teams, whether it's Purdue or UNLV or at San Diego State. You got to play hard.
Last year they were actually playing pretty well going into the Pac-12, and then went 5-13.
Yeah.
And they missed out on a chance to go to the tournament. In fact, they finished in 13th place. Leah Jones to the baseline. Boy, that's a tough shot, but he makes it, and there's the 115. Look at those fast break points. Many of those 21 of the dazzling variety.
Be a couple on Sports Center later on.
Banked in by Holder. Well, the last time Kentucky scored 100 or more, Jason Fine, our stats magician, tells us in 3 consecutive games was 1977. And so they had done it again. 115-69. They came to the Bahamas and just smoked Arizona State.
Well, this was never in doubt. Arizona State, I thought, was a little shell-shocked. We talked about it the first time out. And it just got worse from there. Kentucky, as impressive as you are ever going to see, going up and down with toughness, diving on the floor. Great, great, great effort by Kentucky.
115-69 the final. Up next, back to the studio with Doug and Seth. For Dan Dockich, I'm Dave O'Brien. We say goodnight from Atlantis.